Testing. Hello. Hello. You like the ninja deck, yeah. Oh wait, it's not a ninja deck, actually. I don't know what I would call it. The extra turn. No, not extra yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's great. The last thing I played. You know, we did lose to this. To be fair, I kind of just didn't play the game, and anything would have killed me. But it did beat me. I don't know how you search for multicolored cards, actually. Can you search specifically for hybrid? It doesn't want forests. Why does it not want forests? Top left, top left, top left. Huh. Maybe. Sygg and standard. Is that the blue-white one? Oh, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah. Right. I was going to be one of those days where I can't read anything. It can target itself. What do you do with the protection? I guess protection gets another creature unblockable. It doesn't have to be standard. I can try it. Oop. I haven't seen anything like this in standard. It doesn't want islands. Really? It doesn't want islands at all? And the land thing is not it's not happy. I'll say that much. Oh yeah, you did say Voltron, right? Yeah. I was trying to think of what like other creatures I would target. But I guess you could just keep targeting itself. At the beginning of so why flip it if you only go tall? It's already unblockable, right? It transforms into. Oh, I see. You have to flip it because you can't draw cards. I see. But shelter's so good. Delny? What's Delny do? Delny, you draw twice, then you have to play Delny. How do you beat Roxanne? Like you just don't beat Roxanne. How do you beat Catcher Mouse? Counter spells? I guess you don't need to counter their commanders to survive. Like the two big ones. Yeah, Shelter. That's why I put Shelter so good because it just falls off. But Shelter's so good. You can still hit your opponent's commander. So 90% of people are just gonna like leave it there, you know. Also, there's plenty of spots where it actually is kind of just fine, right? You don't actually have to flip into protection. Or if you've already done it, when you flip back, it won't fall off, and then you can just simply not flip again. Shelter is so good. It does. It is a creature you control. Hmm. Just tiered. Mm. Oh man, Ketchumos feels like a nightmare. Exile target attacking creature. That's not bad. It doesn't solve your Roxanne issue, actually. I like Rebuke, yeah. Dive down? My favorite deck to play? Currently, probably Rowan. Probably Rowan right now. The black-red Storm. Well, I play it as a Storm deck. It could be Iroh if I am in the mood to play green decks. Probably Iroh's up there. I think Iroh's less interesting. Some would say probably stronger because it's green, but I think it's overall less interesting. There's less to think about. You just like ramp, and it's like Zakama. You just ramp until you have critical mass. Rowan, there's a lot of decisions to make. I'm not doing myself any favors, but I do like Rowan's decision lines. It's not common. Yeah, the protection swords. See, at that point, though, I think we're just playing Cloud. So you can just tutor the right sword. I don't like randomly having protection swords and then not drawing the one that matters. So you have like Cloud as a commander that fixes that. You have a few equipment tutors. You could simply just mindlessly mulligan until you get it, if it's that good. I think Cloud is so good with those equipment. Yeah, I played it. I played the blue green commander a lot off stream, and I literally never lost. There were games where I should have lost, and I just didn't. It's just ridiculous. Just playing lands off the top of your deck. Who would have guessed? Absolute nightmare. Or the opponent. Mox Jesper? No. Maybe this is. I might like this more in historic. Hexproof is okay. I would like Lightning Greaves if I could move it. Oh wait, that's not in standard. Again, Shroud's not going to work out too well. This is equip 3 and gives us like sometimes scary damage. I don't think there's a reason to double this Merfolk. Yeah, there's also Enlightened Tutor, you know. And the other, there's like 2 equipment tutors, I think. There might be 3. And then the 2 creatures, Cloud and Stoneforge. I think there's like 2 or 3 equipment tutors. I'm just so not excited about playing against Ketramos and Roxanne a lot. those two are not free. They feel pretty uphill. They're the most played for a reason. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I feel confident to just deal with the infinite Menadorks in historic. I also get just better. I feel like we scale better. We have better scaling. Like we get better relative to our opponents if we play historic brawl. Like we go up 3 points and everyone else goes up by like 1.5 points. Silence? No, there's no silence. Yeah, I can worry way less about Roxanne. Oh yeah, we're unblockable. That's right. You can actually just play the Buster Sword. I played Medicant Core. I don't... Wait, I played Zidane, right? Yeah, I've played Zidane. A long time ago, I think. Like a really long time ago. I think. Better Margit, yeah. That's not saying much though. I don't I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Margit's not like that bad, I guess. March is fine. Is there any scaling? There could be scaling. Artifact lands. Matter. Mystical Tutor. Not sure. Mystical Tutor's doing. Peak. I like Peak. I think I like Spell Pierce. Probably perfectly reasonable to keep the deck at like 1, 2, 3 mana. I need. Let me. Wait. Okay. Kind of annoying. Well, it's not that bad. You have the. Well, I'll have to go look at them. Worse. Probably Subtlety. Oh, there's Hindering Light. I think Hindering Light's cool. It's got text on it here. Mana Rocks are okay. They let me not play my commander and have it die immediately. Mox Opal, Mox Hammer, huge. Not this thing. What's it called? It's called yeah, Zoria Signet. I haven't even crafted it yet. Crazy. Yeah, enduring's okay. It costs 5 though, doesn't it? No, it costs 4. It's a bit steep. Not if I play Mana Rocks though. Four or more? No, that's nope. Is it a warrior, please? The 3 shrines high by, yeah. Unfortunately, probably the best way to play it, but that's all right. Oh, it's a wizard. Okay, it's a wizard. That's actually kind of nice. It's a wizard. You like those? Yeah, it gives me an excuse to play Stoneforge. Yeah, open the armory. That's one of them. What do you do? Sack this, search library for equipment, put a battlefield shovel. All right, that's not. Sack a artifact or creature. Equipment. Could sack like anything that isn't my commander. Oh, there's just a creature that does it without sacking anything. Yeah, Bruvax had a lot of that. Well, in Historic. Yeah, I know it makes it fall off. It's still like the best aura possible. All right, so if you target your opponent's commander with it, they're probably going to put it to the command zone, and then you don't care if it goes away. You also don't have to flip your commander because Shelter by Ghost is probably going to be better than flipping it, assuming you took something that you really needed to. It's absolutely worth it. There's actually not too many windows in this deck where like the protection is a significant hindrance of playing a colored enchantment. Or I guess that's every aura ever except Eldrazi Conscription. Oh, I like the Aether Spark, I think. Aether Spark is nice. Make excuses for 4 drops. Like Nettle Cyst. Kind of. It's a lot of mana. Maybe it doesn't give enough stats. I'm not crazy into artifacts. And maybe not, but we'll see. Just good old double strike. Yeah. I do think mana rocks are valuable. Ironcrag can just flip suddenly. So that's nice. Oh, we're making up cards? Nope, I just don't know how to type. Oh, yeah, the other one. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I'm into the 4 mana find an equipment. ordeal. The 1 minute blue auras are great. And I don't mean Frogify. Curiosity, Curious Obsession. Fly is Venture. Just run all of them. Flipping is not inherently problematic. So says I. Oh, Staggering Insight. That's another one. Yeah. I do not have to flip this. I don't have room for Mana Rocks. Yeah, Mana Rocks at this point. Sigarda's Aid? I don't know if I'm that heavy into equipment. I feel like the average Sigarda's Aid will not actually flash in equipment. It could be more of a symptom of a greater disease than it is the card just not working out. Something that must be addressed. Guess I'll do the lands. Land. Oh, I forgot the wizard cards. Shoot. Just land. Cavern? Yeah. Yeah. Nefarious Protection? Eh. I have like 10 of them at 1 and 2 mana already. Nefarious Protection also pulls me out of combat just to do like nothing exciting. Shoot, I had an idea. Then I started doing land stuff. Doesn't Avatar's Wrath just knock off all my auras? Well, I guess you don't play auras, so I don't think I'm looking at Airbend. Could probably still do it anyways. Become tapped, make a 1/1. Maybe. Oh yeah, SRAM doesn't have to target itself, right? Yeah. Wait, what is Whelming Wave? Krakens, Leviathans, Octopus. Oh. Just tacked on Merfolk for some reason. Oh, if it didn't cost 6, it'd be neat. SRAM is okay. SRAM is wait a minute. How does the other one read? RO equipment vehicle. Was it called Spirit something? You just cast it. I think the auras are outweighed by. Are they outweigh the protection? Could run another sword. Okay, maybe I don't like these now. I don't think I like Nettle Cyst. Oh, I forgot Buster Sword. I actually hit people with it once. Feast and Famine is discard and untapped lands. This one's pretty good, I will admit. Oh, welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we can craft Feast and Famine. What's this one? Gain 3 life in. Okay, so nothing in probably nothing. Nice. What about this one? Image hand sizes. Nothing. Oh, you got double strike, I guess. Counter, then proliferate. Oh, man. Oof. What about this one? Surveil 2, and then cast 2s, which most don't do much as a free spell. Doesn't do much at all. Sword of Vengeance is. Vigilance is kind of nice. Haste doesn't matter. First Strike can be okay. Vigilance First Strike is nice. The other two are really not that useful at all. Oh yeah, what do you do? Cost 5, I don't care. What's the name of that? This one. Hexproof from monocolored. This makes it hard to cast auras on it, actually. But again, I don't have to play it, right? Giving myself multiple lines of things to do. You don't have to like. If you got the other, if the other thing is happening, you just don't have to play this. So you just simply just sit there. Might be worth it. For each of it, color. So it's only one color at any one time. Okay. I don't like Jitte. I don't like Jitte. At least I don't think I like Jitte. I don't like the old Jitte. That's for sure. Untap a land counter. eh. It's alright. And then the new one is oh, excuse me, that was the new one. The old one is, well, I know the old one is the 1/1 counters -1/-1 and Like gain life? Yeah. I don't think I want Nettle. I really, yeah, Nettle Cyst is the questionable one. Short bow. Yeah. Kind of like Vigilance here. There's other ways to get it, I think. Commander's Plate? That's the indestructible one? That's not in your color identity? Well, that's awkward. Seems a bit awkward to me. So Series 3 is put it on there. Is this the only version of Commander's Plate? Because if that's the case, I will never play this ever. I thought we had Commander's Plate already in the game. I suppose not. Could have swore we did. Huh. Oh, imagine. Imagine we had this card. Actually, imagine. Oh. Oh. Alright, well, I don't like just randomly having 2 mana rocks. So, kind of an all or none type deal here. Yeah, I'll try Feast and Famine. Yeah, alright, I guess there's no mana rocks. Still no Nettle Cyst, which probably means no artifact lands. There's the 1 mana pirate. I could play turn 1, and then like sometimes if it's turn 1, I can actually play my commander and then poke my opponent and then draw a card. That's kind of nice. I don't know about this one. I don't feel like the text on it's that great. Malcolm is kind of cool too. Brimeborn. Where's Brimeborn good? Get rid of Deep Root. Oh, yeah. I don't think that worked out. Maybe there's something merfolky, but I'm kind of more geared towards the wizard cards. Control a wizard. What does this do? There's Mentor's Guidance, 2 minute draw 2. 2 minute scry 1, draw 1, scry 1, draw 1. That's a lot of value. It's a sorcery though. It's still good. I think so at least. Also, I still have to take some lands out. I added MDSCs. I thought. Wait, hold on. There's a counter spell. There's just another 2 mana counter spell. I think that's fine. I thought there were more things that were nice. Those are the big ones. I can give my commander Island Walk. Tap, stun, and then either draw or lifelink. 3 mana. So like stun something and draw. Oh, this is a. Why is this a sorcery? No. Draw if a permanent you controlled explored. This is flash as long as you don't have Merfolk. Unsummon draw. No. Tragic. Tragic. All right, we can take some lands out. Get out of here. Get out of here, arcane signet. I don't need you. What do you think this is? Deck? One, two, three, four, five. Forgot about Mox Opal. Maybe we do not. I do not envision Metalcraft. It helps to get the artifact lands, but it's not like there's a ton of artifact lands. There's like 4 or 5 or something. But they do help. And I would have to put them in. I don't see a consistent. Well, it's only 2 other artifacts. It isn't 3. So this thing, some other kind of artifact you found, and then another one. So is that realistic? If this is consistent, it just automatically is like the best card in the deck. But I don't know if it is. All right, how many artifact lands are there? I think there's 4. Oh yeah, I forgot about show and tell. Boop, boop. I would probably play the bridge. It's worth the. Oh yeah, there's this thing. Starting player lands I just tapped. I don't think colorless is a problem. Let's go there. That. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's a lot. Oh my goodness. All this for Mox Opal seems a bit crazy though. Wait, where's Treasure Vault? I already added it. Okay. There's more than I thought. I didn't know this one existed, or I forgot it did. All that just for Mox Opal? Oh, there's better stasis fields. Whoops. I don't have to play that one. I don't think I like Disdainful Stroke that much. I don't have mana rocks anymore. Probably not playing Enduring Curiosity. The rest of the 4s are still questionable. Well, not Witch Enchanter, but the other two. What does this do? Stuff. How did I get back up to 40 lands? Oh, I did the auto thing. Whoops. Alright, I think we did it. And if not, it's not my fault. Alright. Sygg. Wandering Wisdom and or Sygg Wanderwine Shield. It's a 2/2 that can't be blocked on either side. And when it enters or flips into the blue side, it enters as a blue side every time. A creature you control draws a card when it hits something. Most of the time I do that. When I play this, it won't do anything. You could probably play an army of like goofy 1-drops that fly or something to just consistently draw, but that would just effectively be replacing that 1-drop you played with a card, and then you could have just had the 1-drop itself be a more relevant card, and then you don't have to worry about this like 1/2 punch to draw. If that makes any sense. So you flip it with 1 white and or blue, and it flips back and forth. When it's on the other side, something gets protection. This competes with auras, but a lot of the auras are just so good that you don't actually have to flip this, right? Like, it's nice to flip it and then flip it back to draw and stuff, but you can just simply not flip it and then just put Curiosity on it and then draw that way without having to do this like funny flip thing. But you can flip it. There's places where it probably makes sense too. I don't know how many places. There are some other creatures in here, not many. I have the swords, the ways to find the swords. I think I just crafted this one. It seems okay. I like what both sides of this does. You can actually hit somebody with Buster Sword because your commander's unblockable, so that's pretty cool. I don't even know if I like Swiftfoot Boots, actually. You can't play Lightning Greaves because you can't do anything after you play it and put it here. And I don't think haste is worth it. It does let you draw immediately, assuming you cast it right then and there or something. But other than that, a wall of counters, some protection spells, and yeah, these go tall strategies are notably more miserable when your commander is not evasive inherently, right? Like Geist of Saint Draft is just inherently evasive. It's just, you don't have to worry about it, so you don't have to play all these like really weird protection spells in your deck. But you're still a blue-white deck, and there's cards to be drawn, so you can draw through them, especially when they're not typically useful. The format is inherently green, so green doesn't interact that much, but there's still plenty of things that do. And yeah, that's it. Let's see what happens. At least I think that's it. If not, then we'll find out together. Or we won't, because I'll stop the stream and be upset. Surge of Salvation. Oh yeah, I had some standard cards in here. There's like historic equivalents that are better. I can change those. Alright, we got Short Bow. What is this? Niv Mizzet the Not combo one. Alright. No max mana size of sword control. When it didn't do anything, that's upsetting. Short Bow it is. Bask in my Short Bow opponent. That's right, you counter it. That's right. Go on. Oh. Dang it. Oracle, sure. That probably means there's a removal spell? Or they just don't care about my commander. I think I'm just going to play my commander. Not gonna lie to you. Oh, they had just have something anyways. Of course they do. Oh, wait, no. They didn't. There's no reason to move the equipment, I don't think. Well, at least it's just a 2-3. Under source, he controls non-combat damage. Alright. Burn spells to the face. Oh, cool. The old hyper-efficient 1-mana answer. Beautiful. Alright, well I can just recast it. If they spend spells killing my commander, that is my opponent not using them to draw cards with my face. So that's pretty nice. But that doesn't mean I'm winning, having cast this 5 times. Doesn't matter. Also, it looks like there's Pact of Negation. Because they're not subtletying. It's not Force of whatever. It looks like it's Pact of Negation. Oh, they just draw Ancestral Recall. That tracks. That tracks, yep. Why not? It only makes sense. I don't see a reason to flip this. I don't see a reason to really do anything, actually. So I'm not going to. Ancestral Recall. Easy. Or I was just running Smash to smithereens. That's interesting. This is worth Pact of Negationing? But you just lose your... What? Okay. Well, I won that exchange 6 ways to Sunday. That's unbelievable. I'll take it. Let's go ahead and not do that. Do they have interaction? They don't. Alright, we're big chillin'. Wow, that did not seem remotely necessary, in my opinion. There you go. There it is doing its thing. I guess I get Buster Sword? Alright, well, they gotta pay for your pact. That seemed just absolutely nuts to me. But suppose they got their Ancestral Recall to offset all of whatever just happened. I don't need to spend the mana. Oh, I guess I could have spent the mana. No, because then I can't cast this Curiosity. Right. Never mind. Obviously, I always want to do that, so. And I'll just move this here. Okay. Well, we have a giant problem in play. Black Lotus? Okay, sure, I wouldn't have countered that. I'm not going to counter that either. I feel like that doesn't do much. Cyclonic Rift. No. Can't swing. No, I wouldn't swing. I wouldn't swing. I need just 1 point of stats. Alright, yeah, they're just over it. Well, I mean, the Oracle found Ancestor Recall, so I don't feel bad about anything I did this game. But that was a weird pact. I'm not sure how important this was, but apparently it was extremely important, and it backfired tremendously. So, but even if you packed the extra turn, you don't really use the extra turn because your mana's gone in that extra turn. But I guess you get to scry and swing over and over. It wouldn't have been enough to kill me. Alright. They weren't technically dead, right? I was one off. I don't know if they can do anything without a hand, because they don't have any spells that, like, trigger their commander. They also drew Black Lotus. I mean, they drew Ancestor Recall Black Lotus. 99 cards. I don't know what to say. No way you could just draw, like, Mox Jet that you can't tap for colored mana in your blue-red deck. Nope, it just has to be dark. It has to be the best two, right? What is this, Amalia? I don't have a good hand against Amalia. Well, maybe Enlightened Tutor helps. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. Do I cast my commander? I guess it's possible to play it again later if it dies, so probably. Yeah, I'm gonna just cast it. If it untaps, that's great. If it doesn't, that's also fine. I'm functional without it living. Oh wow, it died. Crazy. Imagine. Imagine untapping with your commander. Let's play this on Merfolk. And I suppose just pass? I don't think playing short bow matters. What the heck is that? Okay. I can put an artifact, right? I can put an artifact land on top. Technically. I didn't have any colored mana, but could have done that. Let's just play short bow and call it a day. Lotho? Okay. Well, that's not where you want that. It's typical. I don't really... know what I'm looking for off the top. I think this game is probably just 100% over. Whatever, I'll cast it. If it dies, we move on with our lives. I'm not going to contemplate anything. This is the colossal difference between a Voltron commander that protects itself and one that is completely useless on curve. But make them have it. Make them have it. That technically isn't it. I can upkeep an equipment, cast Sigarda's Aid, but then it would have to be a 2-mana equipment because I can't cast a 3-mana one. Shieldred is killing me. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just need it Frogify there or something. Possibly. And then just play this. I can play the Venture dungeon one, right? Because it doesn't draw. I guess. Oh, I got speed. Look at that. Huge. Yeah, let's venture into the dungeon. And that one will be that one. And then pass. Alright. Still have some serious issues here that I cannot safely do much about. That's another issue. It's the $30,000 mythic rare pile from the opponent. Shieldred right into one ring. Just like we want every single game. Sygg gives enchantments flash. I couldn't have told you that if you gave me $1,000. Would have never been able to tell you that. Almost looks like 100% chance to lose, but I guess I'll keep trying. Let's put something on top that makes me not lose to Shieldred, shall we? I did not know you could do that. That's crazy. No, there's no flipping this. Alright, let's take out the thing just winning. Still don't think is enough for me to turn this around, but... Oh, there's no reason to swing, actually. There's no reason to swing. Oh, they have the gotcha, yeah. Alright, I was always dead then. I can't swing anyways. But there was no reason. I can't block because they have this too. I just don't have stats to survive this and I'm out of cards. Yeah, I don't know. $100 mythic into the other $100 mythic, and I lost. Okay. Can't do anything. They didn't cast a single tutor either. They did not cast a tutor. Just like the Black Lotus Ancestral Recall player, they didn't cast a tutor. Maybe they surveilled a couple times or scried, but like there was no tutor. People are just having the god tier 1-2 punches, I guess. Tragic. Well, we beat the first one. Which I would argue is probably harder to beat, actually. So. Do I keep this? Sure, why not? Why not? It's got cards in it. What does that do? Can't... Well, right pass. Can't be blocked in opponent. Sacrifice this. Okay, wait, what? Oh. Oh, okay, that's cool. I like that. We drew something that's probably just better than my commander, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that. Like, if they're gonna deal with something, I think they have to deal with this. Alright, looks like they cannot deal with it. Someone else playing the bracelet, that's funny. So... you... and then just... pass? Right, yeah. Probably a good idea. One would argue. Ornithopter, yep. I think this works. They only have 2 blue mana. Oh no, they have 3 blue mana. Never mind. They have 3. Can't block that. Alright, let's play... Yeah, we can just spend white here. And then give that protection for no reason. And play Swiftfoot Boots. No, we play Fly? No, can't do that. Yeah, I'm going to play Swiftfoot Boots, and then I'm not going to equip it, so it's like painfully obvious what I'm about to do here, but I think this is the most sensible thing to do. Mishra's Bauble, yep, wouldn't counter that if wouldn't counter if it was free. Maybe that's not true. All right, that's a problem. That's a problem I don't have an answer to. Oh, I flipped out of blue. I flipped out of blue, so I don't have double blue. Oops. That was a mistake. I didn't even, like, mentally register that. The amber's just, like, not working. Wow, that was awful. That was probably the worst thing I could have done. Look at that. The first time I flip it, and it was, like, actually the worst possible decision. Typical. Alright, well, that's that then. I will just put this, here, I guess. Actually, just worst possible choice there. I probably just lose because of that. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I 100% lose the game because I lost my second blue source. It was just a game-ending mistake. Yeah, probably. I'm a bit surprised they blocked. Just a bit surprised they blocked. I wouldn't block. Yeah, I should have a counterspell right here. That is, like, legitimately game-ending mistake. Hilariously bad. Yeah, of course. Another player who has, like, the nuclear bomb right when they need it. That is the third game, third time. Not really anything I can do about it, though, I'm not gonna lie. This helps, but I don't know if it helps enough. Alright, so decline. Let's do this and put it there. Target the... I can target Kappa Cannoneer. I'm not going to target Kappa Cannoneer. Wait, what? What is this? Oh. No. Get out of here. Target the... Commander, right? No, I gotta target the Mystic Forge. I have to target the Mystic Forge because I can just randomly win the game. So I'll just get rid of that, yeah. And I don't think I'm dead to the Ravager. We'll see. Does this do anything other than... No, it doesn't. I probably can't block or swing with my commander, so I'm not gonna do that. Let's scry. I need help. Not helpful. Do I play this Storm Tamer? I don't think it really matters. I don't think so. Colorless spells have flash. I didn't have double blue, so I couldn't have done that. They can flip my commander and give protection to the Spirit Dancer? Oh, well now they can't because I can just kill my commander. Alright, that works out, I guess. Okay, they just didn't do it at all. Interesting. But they can block my Spirit Dancer here. Do I cast my commander again? I target. Make a treasure token. I can play it, right? Yeah. They can't steal my turn anymore. I'm not going to worry about that Mistress Bauble. I'm a bit surprised what they did not block, but I could just be dead here. Might be close to being completely dead here. I also missed a card draw from my commander's trigger. I forgot about it. Yeah, I could have still targeted the Spirit Dancer. Whoops. I forgot. Alright, my opponent plays a 2-2. Yep. Mind Stone, yep. Witch's Oven? What? Oh, you can sack your commander to it. I see. I see. They do not try to kill me with Kappa Cannoneer, which I'm pretty sure they would be very close. If not, it would have just been straight up lethal. And they just didn't do it. Let's cast our commander again? No. Probably can't afford to cast it again. I can't imagine it matters which one they block with. I mean, I'm basically dead to the Kappa Cannoneer. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do about it. I'm just dead on board. Alright, I'm gonna trust my opponent isn't stupid. Alright. Gonna trust they're not stupid. Alright, we're dead. Held out pretty long. Yeah, there was it was a literal game-ending mistake, and I should have just conceded upon having not cast Counterspell. If I had Counterspell, I think that game is very different, but I just decided that I was going to remove blue from my Mox Amber, and that cost me the game. I don't know if I would have won, but the game would have looked different enough to say I don't know what would have happened. I did miss one card draw. Maybe it could have mattered. Not terribly likely, though. But I did miss one card draw. It was at the end. Alright, they mulligan to 6. Okay. A high-buy player that just mulliganed to 6 and then drew and gave up. Miraculous. They didn't find their Herp Dirt 1-drop. I don't know what that means. And they didn't want to go to 5? No idea. Sounds like a deck building issue. It's exceedingly rare to do that. But who cares? Just play the next game. It's not ranked. If you don't have the god to your hand, you might as well just mulligan until you get it. Don't get it, scoop. Mulligan until you get to the next game. Don't get it, scoop. There's definitely people out there that do that. I don't think that's what happened there, though. Okay. Let's see what kind of Ralph and Mikey this is. Find out rather quickly as well. I like both versions of this deck. Alright, no green 1-drop. That automatically means it's the other one. I'll take a lane. Nah. I have like zero respect for anything. I could just take a second to cast Peek, but I'm not. We're not here to think. We're here to play Magic. Alright. So... yes. And then play that, and then pass. Reprieve the 4, 2 into 4. It's like that's what's going on. Almost the same. Are you running? Well, if it's anything but Lightning Bolt, I'm going to be kind of surprised. Oh, okay. Sure, wasn't expecting that one, but it sure works. Let's go here. Let's swing before we do anything. Oh, no, we should do this, right? Yeah. Do I? No, I don't think I make a move on that Power Stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No Cavernous Souls. I mean, you came here to do one thing. Came here to do one thing, opponent. Cultivate. Alright. I guess we're not doing our one thing. This doesn't stop you from getting hit from a counterspell. Like, what my opponent just did does not remove a counterspell from my hand. That makes any sense? Let's get rid of you. You don't seem terribly useful. Say no. I mean, I'm drawing a card a turn here. I don't have the appropriate counterspell, unfortunately. There's not much I can do about that. Maybe I can draw it. But, like, you can't play around counterspell by just playing more lands. Does that help? Blow that up. No, then I don't have mana to do anything else. So I guess I just pass. Okay. If anything, it gets harder because your blue opponent with counterspells draws more cards. Or counters. Sweltering Sun? Let's take a gander at what's going on over there first. Random 8-drop, random 7-drop. Alright. Counter that with Dovin's Veto. What else that card's doing. So I can play this and equip it, but then I can't play Magic after. Land, let's see, Witch Enchanter. I just got to swing. I would like another land. Of course not. Oh, that helps though. I can just get rid of the Worn Power Stone, which I feel at this point I kind of have to do. So, like the last time it's gonna be significant. I can just play this as a land. Oh, I can also just play one of these. Let's get... I don't actually know what to grab. The other green equipment? Yeah, it helps, mana-wise. It helps. They did not play a land first. They didn't respect, like, Force Spike. If I cast Force Spike there, that would have been crazy. They didn't play the land. Yeah, the untap on this equipment has been amazing. Well, for this deck at least. Go ahead and do that, shall we? I don't think I'm interacting with the Rock with the March. I didn't miss lethal, right? No, I didn't. Maybe if I was more aggressive earlier, but then I wouldn't have my counters and stuff. Oh, could I have put them to 1? And then they can't use the fetch land? That would have mattered. No, I didn't have that either. Okay. When it gets rid of Storm's Wrath, yeah, that's not it's not doing much. That's not gonna do much. Alright. Yeah, there's no using this extra land here. And then play nothing? Tax? Okay, well, I don't see my hand doesn't help me win. I don't have to put more into play. Remove this creature from... Okay. I technically cannot deal with that, so... Alright, what does this do? Not gonna use that. Alright. This is unblockable, and I have to do 20 damage. Dealt to this instead, so I'm pretty sure my stuff does not trigger. Oh, wait, I just win. Alright. Look at that. Beautiful. I forgot I could do that. Yeah, I did have an answer to it. What was the other thing they had? This is a crazy one. This is crazy. Tapped and attacking. I like this. So it just like shows up with Mikey and then they have to block it. And then you draw when it does get blocked. All creatures able to block. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It's kind of scarier than Emrakul as an attacker sometimes. Because Emrakul isn't like always a one-shot. Emrakul is great the next time, but the first time, this is a really good effect. Doesn't do too good of a job at blocking or dealing with mana dorks because they can just tap anyways. And you don't really want this to swing. So this is a bit awkward, but it's still a giant thing. It just doubles the amount of stuff you did in one turn. But it is not super attacking friendly. Cool. Wasn't expecting to see a Bridget player. Oh, I keep forgetting this costs 3. For some reason, I think this always costs 2. Forgetting. Doesn't matter, it's green. It always shows up turn 2 anyways, but I do forget that. Maybe that's why I forget, because every time I see it, it shows up on turn 2. Other runes. That's an interesting one. Well, I don't really interact with you, opponent. I'm not gonna do anything about that. I don't think I'm playing my commander. Yeah, I'm not playing my commander in the face of whatever my opponent's up to. Worldly Tutor, go for it. I wonder if I should have Enlightened Tutored in response, actually. That would be cool. Worldly Tutor, Enlightened Tutor, or Spike. Totally isn't Legacy. Ooh, no land. Tragic. Tragic. Let's do... We can get an artifact. No, I don't. Again, there's no reason to get an artifact land. I just grab the Sigarda's Aid? No. Mox Amber? Yeah? Yeah, Mox Amber's good here. That's good here. Yeah. And then play my commander and just chill. As one does. Chilling. Target this. Send a message. Could you imagine they swung with it, thinking it was like forever unblockable? Alright, they're over it. Well, as we can see, the power of not having the green 1-drop defined everything that happened in this game. I just didn't have it. We force-spiked a $70 Mythic Rare, and we won. Cool. But yeah, I don't think I care about Mother of Runes at all. I just don't interact with my opponent that heavy. I did miss my opportunity to ever have Witness Protection matter, but it ended up being more than worth it because of Badger Milk Hub existing. Oh, I forgot to... You're right. Forgot to take out the funny standard cards for the not funny standard cards. Avatar Aang, what color is this? Oh, it's the Moon Mist one. Okay. Let's get rid of... That Spell Pierce could very likely just not do much. What does that do? You may cast spells for Wooburg. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just assume Spell Pierce is not worth it. And I also like the rest of what's going on here, so... I don't have an aura or an enchantment. Okay. This seems like an on average better play than my commander. I wish it was SRAM though. What the heck is that? Lands and allies tap for mana. Alright. Just mana. Let's do you. Let's do this. And pass? Wonder if that was even worth it. Yeah, I can survive through this ugly tapped land. Okay, that is not an ally. It doesn't tap for mana. I mean, it creates a mana source, but it doesn't tap for mana. I mean, I guess it's not too different. Like a Strike It Rich. Do I want this? No, I don't think I do, right? No. Go ahead and play ugly card, and can I equip? No, I can't, realistically. Alright, well, unfortunately, I'm displaying obvious counter magic, but there's no better line, in my opinion. Opponent is not interested in casting their commander. Suppose that makes sense. That was one of the best draws possible. I can still not swing. Alright. Still an excellent draw. Takes up to one target non-name permanent. Let's not lose to that. Tap an untapped creature you control. Huge. Do I care about this 4/4? Not really. Not really. So I can cast Buster Sword. Well, maybe I should just pay 3. Yeah, we should start to try to actually get something going with this card. Like genuinely start attacking. Because after, starting next turn, they have to genuinely do something about this. I'm not going to interact with this card. They got rid of Reanimate? Got rid of Reanimate. What? Okay. I would never counter that. Can't cast spells. Okay. Oh, come on. Whatever. Stupid. Gotta be kidding me. So stupid. Maybe they don't have anything. I don't know. No idea how I don't just lose instantly from that. Okay. What does this do other than Moon Mist? Not much. Ugh. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, right? Yep. Oh, super fun. What an enjoyable game that was. Ridiculous. You know what? I probably just shouldn't have countered their commander. It was literally doing nothing at all. I shouldn't have countered it. Still probably lose, actually, because I'd need yet another counter spell. But you know what? I just didn't draw another relevant spell. And I needed to leave up counter magic the whole time. If I didn't leave up counter magic, I would have had more pressure. Could have probably drawn better stuff. That's ridiculous. Just like a 5-minute omniscience, basically. Ugh. So gross. Hindering Light has not done anything. It's not really Hindering Light's fault, though, is it? I can make their commander cost more. Is that worth this, like, question? Yeah, it's probably worth the rest of what's going on in this hand, I think. Don't have to play it immediately. Actually, I really shouldn't until after SRAM at least shows up. I'll take a land. Oh, okay. Okay. We have the big goober. I think I play SRAM first. Because if one of them's going to die, I would rather have it be this one, I think. One would argue. Alright, no counter magic for us. Probably still fine. Because of course we are not. Ralph and Mikey. Yeah, you have to draw off SRAM and May off the Spirit Dancer. Oop. Swing for 2. Hope there isn't the red board wipe that makes me lose a game. They probably don't swing with that. Yeah, I was about to say, you probably just don't swing that. So we do this here. Does this have to hit face? And then can I make it scarier? No. I guess I just pass. Tap creature. Well, that's not great. Yeah, I should just send it. And then pass. It's only spells. Only spells. Not abilities. The Minskin just simply drawing a bunch is really good here. It's fine. Well, it's not fine, but I can't do anything about it. Sack your creature when you do X damage. There's a lot of arguments to kill SRAM. Swing, kill SRAM. All that jazz. What I can do... When do you get the squirrel? Your upkeep? I can like block with SRAM and do the remaining 2 with this card. Does that make sense? It probably does. I think this makes sense, right? They lose their... They just lose it, which is what I think I really want to do in this spot. So this is free. Minskin Boo minus sacrifice a creature. I just lose the game, actually, if that hits me. If they -3 it, and I cannot stop the -3. So I can't stop everything I need to stop here. I can kill it, and then I just don't trigger this, and then I probably lose anyways, so... Alright, I'm just gonna see it, and then I can beat it if I get the scam one-shot. If I find a way to kill my opponent, I can survive Emrakul. I think I get rid of Curse. This looks like there's only Emrakul in the deck, so get rid of Curse. Okay, they just didn't have a land, but I lost my threat, so they have all the time they need anyways because of that. There's any feasible draw here? That certainly wasn't it. I guess I'm just passing? I could play this. No, I'll just leave up Hindering Light. I don't know if... casting more things here doesn't fundamentally change what's going to happen here, so... Burn down the house. Okay. Well, I don't find myself too upset about that. On the bright side, I get more time to draw something that matters, which I have not done. It's the most likely draw is a land. So, there it is. Can't stifle. Do I have swords in here? I don't know, I'm cracking the curse. Maybe I can draw it. Nope. Draw nothing. That's not Emrakul. That's just random goofy 7/7. Sure. Yep. They put a shield counter on this? What? Okay. Alright, well, they didn't get Emrakul, so if I actually got what I needed, I think we were just chilling. But I still can't do anything? I can get rid of the Thran. Excuse me, the Titan of Industry. Which, well, it doesn't matter what I grab. It doesn't matter. I guess I'll grab that, though. Play a land, play this, equip it, hope to draw literally anything remotely relevant. See what happens then. There are draws. That is not one of them. That is not one of them. Alright. I'm sure there's more creatures in my opponent's deck, because the first one was not Emrakul. Yep. And there's nothing to do about that. Cool. Alright, well, soloed by Rhythm of the Wild, I guess. Always a good time. I think that's a favorable matchup. I really do. I just, again, didn't draw... Oh, wait. Let me, for the 25th time, actually take out whatchamacallit. It's not really in... does it protect against exile? No, it's just the next source of destruction or damage. Not exile. Not that that would matter. My opponent could just recast their commander. So let's get rid of you. Hidden Sogu is not in Hellq. That's not true. That's not true at all. The taplands have been annoying, and it seems like I'm getting enough artifacts without the bad taplands. I think I'm going to just take out the bad taplands. Yeah, that's just... Well, really, there's only 2. Yeah, there was only 2 anyways. It's not like I destroyed my deck or something. Another counter spell. Oh, again, the Swords to Plowshares, which should have been in here. I thought it was in here. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. What else? All That Glitters is good. Maybe take out Dawn's Truce. I also think I'm taking out Hindering Light. All of my protection spells can cost 1. What does this do? Enchantments or control? Enchanted creatures are shroud. Okay, that doesn't work out too well. Get rid of the artifacts? No, I like the artifacts we have. I don't think them being artifacts is relevant to anything other than the one and only Mox Opal. This is the only card in the deck that cares about artifacts. There's no reason to consider equipment artifacts. They're just more things to do. Speaking of more things to do, I don't know if I like Short Bow. Vigilance has not... Well, every time I've played Short Bow, I've liked it. Every time I played it, I liked it. Also, Utter Insignificance is good, too. Leyline Axe is... Oh, it can be good. You can get those moments where it's like just absolutely insane. So it's worth it. Maybe no 3 steps ahead. Seems a little weird. There's a lot of spots where that's not doing much. The venturing into the dungeon. Can I like see the dungeon? How do I see all the dungeons? Really? Come on. I can't see the dungeons. They're slow. The flying is just not that useful. Yeah, fly has been underwhelming. We are already unblockable. I could just run another Frogify. They've proven themselves to be very good. Specifically against the commanders we've seen, they would be good, but they're still just in general very, very good. Heliod's Pilgrim is another one. But honestly, when you're blue, you have so many of the Frogifies, you don't really have to play Heliod's Pilgrim, in my opinion. We have not struggled with card draw, which is really nice. I have not felt bad that I don't flip my commander. It also gives me more mana to play with that I'm not tapping it to do the funny thing. So, but it's there sometimes. Malcolm is cool, maybe, sort of, not really, kind of, maybe. When in doubt, find a mythic rare. We do gain some life, but I'm not playing Heliod. Solitude's cool. I did say Subtlety earlier. We did just add swords. This effect is good. Dealing with stuff for free circumvents my drive to play mana rocks. Subtlety is also okay. If ever I could be convinced of something, it's that the game just puts you against players who have like Cavern of Souls effects when you have a counterspell in your deck. Because man, does it feel like that. There's that one player who had that card that manipulated the top. Oh yeah, Light Paws. I knew there was another of the bunch. Light Paws is okay. It's only Aura's, right? That's alright. What's the other one? You have Light Paws, Saram, that Spirit Dancer, Core Spirit Dancer. I can't believe I forgot about my waifu. Oh my goodness. Wait, how do you spell it? Forgot about my waifu. Oh my goodness. Shame on me. It doesn't have to do earth-shattering things to be good. I'm gonna take out Spell Pierce a bit. Me. This 1 mana blade has also been eh. It actually disrupts heavily my own auras that are monocolored. Maybe I just don't play the blade. Texture for monocolored is okay, I guess. Not crazy. Also, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was playing Hidetsetsu, and someone played that card that when it enters, you mill 3 or something. Some common 6 mana beholder or something like that. Like, I'm just convinced the game pits you against. Oh, there's Chain of the Rocks. Right. I'm convinced the game pits you against things that are relevant against something you're trying to do. Because there's no way I play the one commander ever that wants to stack the top of the deck. And then suddenly my opponent has a bunch of random, you mill 2, you mill 3. Like, what? But I still won that matchup, so we were safe. I didn't get... That would have been the ultimate scam. Opponent just playing a 6 mana common that doesn't do anything except mill your opponent for 3. Chain of the Rocks is a white card. It's castable. Ossification is an aura. It is an aura. What happens if you... Can you get it with Light Paws? No, you can't, can you? Because it has to enchant a basic. Maybe you can get it, but it fizzles immediately. I'm not sure how that works. Also, oh yeah, there's ethereal armor. That's it. That's the other, all that glitters thing, right? You'd think I would have seen these had I just looked at them. It's called ethereal armor, right? Where is it? Oh, that's why it doesn't have the weird Duskmorn art I've been staring at for like 10 years. Okay, that's why. That's why. All right, let's send it. Let us send it. Yeah, it's a white card, that's what I'm saying. We don't have mountains. Just a white card. Okay, what does this one do? What does the Leo number 63 do? Okay, the Urion at home. Sure. All right, we have card draw. That's how that works. Ossification? Wait, what? Oh, you can get it? Okay. It just fizzles. I would imagine it fizzles. That would be my mindset that it fizzles. We can wait a turn. I'm not going to cast my commander into Wash Away. What is my opponent leaving up? Solitude? It's not a cantrip. It must be Solitude. Fair enough. Well, that was not a good chunk of cards there, huh? No sirree. Wonder if I should have just played Mentor's Guidance there last turn. Maybe. Well, now I need a land. We can just play our commander. Because we have... Well, we don't have mana to do anything after. I'll just play it. That's fine. We recover from, like, nonsense that deals with it, so... That's a weird time to portable hole. No, it isn't. I still feel like it's weird, but I guess fundamentally it really is not. Yeah, there's definitely Solitude. It's not Swords. It could be Subtlety, but I'm going to say it's Solitude. I'm also going to say it's probably going to cost me the game. We'll see. I need a land. If I don't draw a land, the game's over anyways. Okay, I found one. Am I willing to just not play the game right now? What's the worst that happens? I don't know. Let's just play this. This is 100% scarier than my commander, so... Play that. Maybe that means I should have played my commander, but I don't know. It was Subtlety. Okay. It was not Solitude, and they got rid of Negate. I'm glad to see that. This is probably good enough to just keep on top. I'm not going to lie to you. I believe my opponent is a... Yeah, they know your decision? Yeah, they know your choice. It is kind of a just play it and pass type of situation here. So, if that's the case, I'll play the worst one this time. Love to see that. I would never interact with this unless it was about to do something crazy, so we take those. Oh look, the perfect card on the perfect turn. Typical. Just gonna pass. Okay, I should have swordsed. Or rather, I should have just actually read my opponent's commander. That was a grave mistake. Leave it to me. Yeah, I should have not let that happen. That was a game-losing mistake, which apparently I'm doing full-time game-losing mistakes today. It's the second time. Like the worst thing imaginable. No real reason. Well, I have to start doing ridiculous stuff to catch up. Over it. Cool. That was a impressively stupid choice. You know what? I didn't read my opponent's commander. I didn't read it. Did not read it. I thought it had to swing. Just decided I was going to lose. Alright, my bad. My bad. Hopefully I'll remember, but I probably won't because I don't care about the Ninja Turtle commanders. Too many. Too many with the same name, I don't care. Speaking of not caring, what is this one? This is the 5-color one that does the, what else does it do? Oh, it's got a partner? Just talked about not feeling like reading Ninja Turtle commanders. No, my opponent has 2 of them. Let's play that. Pass. Investigate, and then his turn. Or a bunch of stats for all creatures. It doesn't have to be turtles. I'll take another land, I think. And play you, right? Yeah. This is probably a 5-color good stuff thing, but it does have a partner that wants everything that is a creature, so that might matter. That might matter. I could also just lose to exploration. Nothing I do matters anyways. This is the most likely outcome. Doesn't look like force. Well, if I knew I was gonna, well, actually I wouldn't have been able to draw that, so. Okay, they didn't have another land. That's one way to beat exploration, I guess. Oh, they did. It was just tapped. Sure. That was a good draw. I mean, these are the things I need to get out of what's happening currently, so. At least clue tokens cost mana to crack. And I'm not going to interact with this 3-2 in any way. Crucius. Okay, sure. How come they didn't get a clue token? Oh, you can only get a clue token once because it has to be a creature type of a certain kind. Oh. They should crack this clue token. I don't know why they're not doing that. They should crack that clue token. That's odd. It's more Crucius fuel. There we go. It's also another potential land for your busted dumb card that shouldn't exist. Alright, let's do that. Let's play... I don't really know what to curse this Silence. So... I should just do it anyways. I really have no idea what to name. Like, I don't even... Alright, let's just see what we draw. We'll just lead with here always anyways. Alright, not ideal. I don't think I'm unable to screaming anything. I am just casting this. I could just name their commander. I could name something that's just always played in every deck ever. Like Counterspell. Cultivate, burgeoning, no. I'm gonna name Counterspell. I'm gonna name Counterspell. I could name like Sultai Ultimatum. It doesn't seem that great though. They can pay for the Force Spike, so let's just counter it the good old-fashioned way. Alright, itch me to get absolutely dunked on. I don't think I'm in a winning position. I have to hit my opponent a few more times to actually close this game out. This is surprisingly not very relevant. I wonder if there's a better partner? Like, you just draw with your commander and that's it? You do it every time it dies, I guess? And you have another, like, cheap thing, but I feel like there's another one that goes here. I don't know, let's look. This seemed like 5-color mythic rare creatures with 1 mutant. Let's see what the other options are. I haven't actually really looked at them. What is this? What is this? Alright. Just stuff. I like stuff here. Wait, could we confirm that you can ossificate a land or not? I don't know how far we went into that conversation. What was I doing? Oh yeah, character select. Is it just not a thing? What's going on? Oh, it doesn't exist in the collection button. You have to... I don't have a single one, really? Wow. Okay, what's this one do? Tokens? Non-token leaves. With counter... I don't know what to do. Token enters. Job select? Huh? What? When you delete your comments, I get more confused, just so you know. Doesn't help me. At the beginning of your second main phase... Yeah, I don't know if I'm playing this one. This seems like, of the 3 genuine options, maybe the least relevant to me. I'd probably play one of these 2 first. I don't think these 2 matter, but I'm surprised this one was... The first time I saw this, I see this as its partner. I figured it'd be one of these 2. Alright, well, opponent knows more about it than I do. Maybe it just never matters, because you're just a green deck anyways. You can do whatever you want. Just play exploration every game. Cares about your partner, right? Now, I was curious about what that Ninja Turtle can partner with that is better than just a 2-1 that draws 1 card. I'm sure there's other mutants in there, but, like, I don't... Oh, wow, I forgot Rofellos was in this format. Jeez. It's like a personal record to have gone this long having not seen it. That's pretty cool, I guess. Okay. I don't have anything to go with my commander, but I have to play a card that stops me from losing turn 2. So I'm going to do that. I'll play Tapland to super incentivize the Rofellos, as if they wouldn't play it anyways. As if they wouldn't play it. I do have an Enlightened Tutor. I mean, step 1 is dealing with Rofellos, and then step 2 is, you know, beating a mono-green ramp deck. Dealing with Rofellos just lets you play a normal game. You know, I will keep that. I will keep that card. An Enlightened Tutor for... Ideally not in equipment, but I can get the protection from green one. It's slow to do anything, and I don't know if... I like it more than the green-red one, I'll say that. They should swing with their command. They do not swing with their commander. I think they should. Yeah, we're gonna just commit to getting the green thing. My commander is unblockable, so I like a lot what this equipment does, even though my commander is already unblockable. Really? Where's Merfolk? Thank you. Let's deal with... Actually, you know what? We're not here to really think about anything, so let's just do this. I didn't sign up to think about stuff in a Real Fellows matchup. They don't have a 4-power creature for Fanatic, which is the significant thing, and they didn't do anything last turn, but I'm sure there's stuff to be done here. Okay, that's a 4-power creature. I think it's immediately a 4-power creature. Yep, of course it is. Isn't it great when your opponent's 3-drop actually nets the mana? They have more mana now because they played a 3-drop than they did if they didn't. And typical green stuff, right? Still nothing to do. Beautiful, I guess. Beautiful. Let's play this. Let's do this. Probably have to take care of Mossborn Hydra if I aim to win this game. So, let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Oh, they're gonna stifle it? Oh, wait, no, they just discard, right? I got overly excited. Alright, Remand, it's your turn to be relevant. But they didn't have any scarier thing last turn. Okay, that's a problem. Let's cycle this. I think that's the best it's going to do. I cannot respond to a land drop, so I can't actually stop Scute Swarm here. Yeah, I can't respond to that. I literally, fundamentally cannot respond to it. Oh, and of course it's a fetch land. It tracks. Alright, so bounce the token, and then Solitude, the real one. I don't think I need this. I think I'd prefer to have this, of the two options here. Oh, get Schmieded. Oh my goodness. Yes. Wow, that was... Oh, so beautiful. Oh yes, this is the first Real Fellows matchup. It hasn't been every other game, which normally this format is at this point. So that was nice. Nice to have not seen this all the time, but look at that. Just dealt with everything. Beautiful. Love it. Get totally Schmieded. Struggling to kill things, it seems. Although I think a lot of what I do exiles it. So. I must admit, it's kind of nice to see new commanders, even though I think they're really stupid. It is nice to see a bunch of new ones. And I have seen a lot of new ones. I don't think anyone's stupid for playing them. You're only gonna have that one guy that thinks that's what I said. This is a 2-drop. Alright. I know I have Mox Hammer, but it's not doing anything, so... Okay, they just didn't cast their commander. Oh, is this better? Oh, alright. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. I feel like casting your commander is maybe just similar enough that that's what you should do instead. Let's play, nothing? Because we're losing? That sounds about right. Right? Yeah, I'm not doing anything. Okay, I'm losing. doesn't even feel like a productive way of getting out of this. I'm just still getting dunked on in play here. Not winning any kind of race here. I don't know, I have a get lost. It count for something. That doesn't feel great. I should do it anyways? Oh, come on, really? Alright, yep. You want to win that bad? There you go. Typical. I go to kill something. Protection spell. Whatever. Whatever. Was at no point actually in that game. I was not in that game starting turn 0. Everything I brought to the table was completely irrelevant to my opponent. I could have cast my commander for more mana, but I don't know. Still just losing. But it would have technically been a better idea to just cast my commander first, to be fair. Force of Negation, not really doing anything. Actually, this entire hand doesn't do anything other than the one card there. Okay, let's do that. Axe is in play for the first time. That's ideal, I guess. Well, don't have an answer to Rofellos, so probably gonna lose. Just that insanely stupid. Opponent just has the perfect combo card. Of course they do. Cool. Doesn't feasibly seem like this game has any more play to it, but whatever. There were draws that could have mattered. That actually does save me a turn. See where it goes. But it technically saves me a turn. What the heck is that? A food token? What? Okay. Draw anything relevant? Of course not. Protection doesn't do anything. And they have infinite mana, so the game's over. Fun. Hope you had fun. I had a great time. Man, Rofellos is so brain dead. I absolutely detest that commander. It should not be legal. I'm fully convinced. As long as a Johnny's playing against what it should be, it's fine. Rofellos has just been single-handedly making me not want to play this format. I don't understand how they think it's okay. Doesn't make sense to me. Sometimes it's just better than Kinnan, and Kinnan is in Hellq, so I don't understand. Mind-numbingly stupid. This works with the new Ninja Turtles, and I keep thinking to play this with the new Ninja Turtles, but I don't have a lot of the Ninja Turtles. It's only the black-green ones, to be fair. I should just, like, stick to my guns and keep scooping to Rofellos. I say I want to scoop to Rofellos every time, but I don't like the behavior that promotes. But I mean, stupid. Like, I don't want to... I'm just going to complain the whole match anyways. Save myself the headache. Oh, best one drop in the game for my opponent. For their deck strategy. Do I deal with it? I think I do. It's better than casting Peak. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. If I'm gonna deal with, I have to deal with it if I want this to do something, so I might as well, and I might as well spend the mana now. That is not, wait. Beginning combat, number of creatures get general target creature. Okay. Yeah, that works. It does ask that the Chocobo dies, but I'm sure that's perfectly, like, reasonable. So this isn't great, but I didn't draw a land, so I'm just going to cast this. Not great. I am about as vulnerable as humanly possible here. It's just the nature of things. I'm not going to cast Peak to try to find a land. Because if I don't hit a land, it's like totally over. They put a counter on the Delighted Halfling? Huh. That's kind of neat. So I'll do this. They didn't have what they needed to make me lose on the spot. Ideal. Vigilance here is... Okay, I was probably going to get the funny short bow just for Vigilance. Because Vigilance here is insanely good. Especially how this does not have Trample. And this does have Trample, but you do have to play a land every turn for it to function. They milled over something that would have scaled somewhat out of control. I probably would have had to have countered this. Maybe they needed a land or something? Wait, how did this get to the graveyard? Hold on. Okay, that was a while ago. Maybe it made sense at the time. But yeah, double counter spell here. This has been great. This probably is one of the better equipment in this deck, because you always hit your opponent. You just have an unblockable commander, so you just get all your lands back. That's so significant for a deck like this. Am a fan. How come I just got 600 gems? Oh, I was at the mastery tree thing. How close are we to 28 days? I hit the halfway point. Ba-da-dum-bum. Ba-da-dum-bum. Alright, we hit the wall of Rofellos players. Fun's over. That was a good thing I force spiked. I can't leave up counter spell with the lands I got, so. This is elf, yeah, specifically says elf on it. So let's swing again. Yep, I can't block it. Just casually drawing cards a turn, I guess. 2 cards. Not the best. This can't hit lands. Alright, well, another spot where I, kind of wish I hit a land. That is an elf, but it gets reprieved all the same. Let's play you. Get Untappy land. Happy Untappy equipment. To be honest, I should have swung first, but not too big of a deal. Alright, well, only elves are uncounterable, so maybe I can play the game still. Guardian Project? Counter anything that is counterable. Oh, look. A must-answer threat that wins on the spot, if not dealt with. Must be nice. Oh, look. I found an answer to it. I found the on-the-spot answer, or I lose the game type thing. They block the Stoneforge, right? Yeah, they do. When it gets rid of Circuitous Route. They only have one card in their hand. But any land causes Scute Sorin to basically win, so... Nope. Oh, can't say Rofellos matters anymore. Oh, Aether Spark. Well, stats are okay here, but not the most exciting. I guess I do play it, right? Yeah. I think I play it. Oh, I could have tapped the Stoneforge. I'm an idiot. I could have just done that for way cheaper. Yeah, that was a mistake. Oops. Oh, I could have also played this. I'm throwing! I'm throwing! With my best throw impersonation. That doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, they're top decking. Error. It stops certain top decks to deal with this, but might just be fine anyways. Probably should still just vomit out everything in my hand anyways. But Rofellos doesn't matter. It's still the only thing to take because it gives you like Ulamog top decks. So it's rational to get rid of it. But now they can't cast something like Ulamog. And my commander's unblockable. Alright, well, look at that. Absolutely dunked on Rofellos once more. Never feel bad about that. Never feel bad about that. Hey, when we're doing the thing, it starts to spiral, you know. There's a bit of a snowball-y spiral situation with this commander, it seems. Another Ralph and Mikey. I keep saying Ralph, it's Raph. Metaleak. This is not an aura. This reroute, or I should say maybe just in general, the protection spells have been kind of like A little underwhelming. I don't know if I'm supposed to just like not play with them or something. My opponent almost just didn't play their land turn one. I don't know if I don't know how that, it was like second main phase, play the land. Maybe they weren't aware they were on the play or something because I played a permanent. That might have been it. They're like, oh wait, no, it's my turn. I go turn one. But they might have thought I played a land and passed. That would be unfortunate. So I'll probably have their commander short up, but I haven't seen a single time anyone play it with just a giant threat. There's always other things going on in their deck, or they could just win because they, yet again, find the best card in the game that nullifies basically everything. Cool. I don't understand this. Seething Song? What? Oh my goodness, the blowout. Oh my goodness, the blowout. Okay. Alright. 6 damage a turn. Nice and steady. Seven damage a turn. Slightly more steady. Primeval Titan. Typical. Curiosity redraws it. It replaces itself, so. Actually, it draws 2, so. Well, if it was Emrakul, but it apparently would have been Primeval Titan? Probably? I don't know. Counterspells are out the window, but I don't think they matter that much at this point anyways. It's definitely not a Valakut deck. Did mine play this? Did mine play... I might have had Titan... No, I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did. They named Ninja. Oh, right. I drew a blank for a second. Like, why would you name Ninja? Forgot we were in cartoon land. Bad. Peak. There's a few reasons to play it before anything else. And that, well, let's just find a land here first, and then do that. And then play 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough. Do this. And I guess I'm just doing this because nothing else fundamentally matters. Okay, yep. That makes sense, right? Of course that makes sense. Why wouldn't you draw that? Yep. Typical. That makes sense. Your deck is full of a bunch of other random stuff and you just hit the best thing in the universe. Okay, you got it. My bad. Silly me. That makes sense. Playing a bunch of big dumb stuff and first time you trigger it, Emrakul. That tracks. Well, it was the Emrakul combo. My opponent can just get away with playing all the other creatures in their deck anyways, because they'll just always hit Emrakul the first time it triggers. Why not? Isn't exploration so fun? Isn't it great? I feel like I have almost no business losing that. But God forbid. A green player has to lose for once. Not in this stream. That's kind of ridiculous. I probably beat a lot of the other random goofy things they could get. Obviously not beating that, so. This is a 5-drop. I'm not gonna... I want more lands. Oh, don't even remind me about going first. I will ramble on about that. Let's play this, that. Yeah, we play this now. Reflector Mage is a problem if repeatedly reflecting. Okay, that's no big deal. Do you even bounce? I probably draw. No, they do bounce. Okay, I'd like to see that. I can't say that that mattered too much, so. Let's play this, yeah. Let's play this thing. I don't really know what to grab here. Probably Feast and Famine. It is just, like, always good. What the heck is that? Basic land card or cave? Okay, so you get the, Urza's Cave? It does not. But if it did, would have been alright. No. Alright, let's do it the right way this time. Shall we? Which I don't think actually changes that much, except I can play the Siren Storm Tamer first. Look at us go. Look at us get there. This sword is exceedingly satisfying. And pass. They still can't cast their commander. They could have cast their commander if... Huh. I guess I just reprieve that? Because I don't want to lose my important card in play. That's winning. They do swing. I feel like they should have been swinging and, like, wasn't doing that. Oh, I was supposed to Stoneforge. Alright. Literally throwing. It doesn't matter. Or rather, it probably doesn't matter. 12. Breakpoint. I'm not blocking. Let's kill that. The 2 damage to face doesn't matter. Okay, they got rid of that thing, which I love to see. That means they're just gonna play the Lauren to blow up a sword, but there's still, like, too many problems, I think. The Lauren doesn't solve all of them. It doesn't do enough. It has to blow up the fire and ice. I don't think it can blow up the black-green one. They blocked that. Okay, we can flip, so we get another damage in. Which probably doesn't matter that much, honestly. I might as well. And alright. I have an answer to my opponent's commander. And I don't know if tapping Lauren to draw is a great idea, which is why I didn't deal with it. But I think swinging with the 1-power creatures has been worth it throughout the course of this game. I'm going to crack this. It's not likely to matter in the future. So we can wait till after combat. Put a stop here. Alright, we win. I wasn't sure if they were going to swing. Wait. Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If they swing or not, it doesn't matter. I have lethal in an unblockable thing. They should have still tapped the Lauren. They could technically find something to, you know, do something like ephemerate. Ephemerate would be a problem, I think. No, I have Swords to Plowshares. Let's say they ephemerate Reflector Mage. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. You ephemerate your commander. So they ephemerate their commander, and then I can just do it again. So it wouldn't save them. But if they ephemerated this, I would have to Swords, and they would be at 5, and they would be alive, technically, right? Yeah. So my opponent wouldn't do that because they want their commander back, and then they could flicker this anyways with their commander. But the only surviving line with Ephemerate would actually to be target this. Although there is Siren Storm Tamer, so I can actually just stifle it and just let that happen, right? And they don't get Swords life. This Siren Storm Tamer counters this, and then it doesn't work. Yeah, again, there's no way they actually target this, but we had it covered regardless of Siren Storm Tamer. Okay. Little mismanagement of my Stoneforge there, but it worked out. Who cares? Who cares to look into it further? I've killed 7 creatures so far. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Oh, come on. I don't feel like playing against it again. I don't care. I don't care if it's a favorable matchup. I don't want to play against it. I don't care if it's a 90% chance to win. I don't feel like it. Alright, maybe if it was a 90% chance. Maybe if it was a 90. I don't feel like it. You can do it. I don't feel like doing it. Ring. Same questions every game. Can you kill it? Blah, 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 blah. Raphaelos is so one-dimensional, it's actually insane. Well, it's not that insane. I think a lot of green decks are fairly one-dimensional. Doesn't necessarily stand out that much, but it is fairly one-dimensional. Play you tapped, right? Yep. Respect for Thoughtseize. What is this? Whenever he deals combat damage, put a -1/-1 counter. Creature, one more. Okay, sure. They can target my commander. It has to target it twice to kill it, technically. And the snake doesn't matter. If I was on the play, I would have been able to counter this, and this game would look very different, so that's unfortunate. But it tracks. Guess I'm playing this. I don't think I'm trading. It's not like the snake can block. You know what? Let's just trade. Let's just trade. Why not? Because I can... They can't recast it, and maybe I can just counter more other stuff or something. I don't know. Oh, or not. Or not. That is a very strange use of Brainstorm. I must admit. I mean, a Dark Ritual. That's a very... I don't agree with this. I'll say that. It's not looking like it's going to matter. You should take Brainstorm. Doesn't look like it's going to matter, but... You take Sigarda's Aid. Wow. Oh, Thoughtseize bug. Okay, I'll take that. Play that. Let's do this and pass. I do not agree with this Dark Ritual. Or, I believe it's blue? No, it's green and black still. It's not like it's a witness protection. Sephiroth. Come on. Whatever. Come on. Yep, typical. Typical. I am not end-step brainstorming. I am playing my commander? Nope, it looks like there's a removal spell or something, so I guess I'm just leaving up brainstorm. How do I beat Sephiroth? If it's alone, I can beat it, maybe? If it's just doing nothing at all ever? Probably do something. Yep, if they're just not doing... Yeah, this is where the Dark Ritual just looks like it wasn't a good idea, in my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a gamer. But it looks like my commander is also going to die once more, just like my opponents. They know about some stuff, but they don't know about everything. I could cast my commander? No, that doesn't really do anything. If I had a land, I could do that. If I had a land. Yeah, we could just get 3/3 to death here for sure. What does it do? When it dies, put stuff on things? Okay. Well, I don't know why they didn't do that pre-combat. That doesn't make sense. Opponent's playing kind of weird. Playing weird over there, opponent. Playing weird. Didn't draw land. Alright. Excellent. Didn't draw land. Excellent. Oh look, I drew a land. Can't do anything. Alright, well, can I please draw an answer to Sephiroth? That would be great. Certainly ideal. Oh, cool. Fun. Well, I lost to a player that made very questionable decisions, but what does it matter when you're in the best color in the game? What does it matter? Also, if I was on the play, that game is very different. I can counter their commander. I have my commander. It's just completely different, but why would I be on the play there, right? If I was on the play, it would be pretty significant, I think. Because the turn 2 counter spell is just like absolutely massive there. Rather massive. Alright, I doubt my opponent's doing what I'm doing, but I've never played against this. We shall find out. We shall find out fast. I have to put this on white if I want to play Cloud. Bad. Alright, well that kind of makes me think they're playing a version that is all about their commander? I didn't play my commander, so they probably don't play their commander. That might be a little weird. Commander's plate. Alright, well, it's definitely Go Tall Spaghetti. Definitely what it is. I will just pass once more. Because if they play theirs, they're in a winning position. I don't even know what that is, but I'm going to counter it. Because any creature here has too many things going on. Alright, Merfolk and you. I wonder if Light Paws was just objectively better there? Oh, maybe. Unable to scream? Okay. Well, looks like playing Light Paws would have been lights out for Light Paws, so that I guess. I cannot shuffle away the card they just tucked. I can cast Aether Spark, which is funny. Yeah, talk about being completely all in. I don't know what Mishra's Bobble's up to, though. Alright, Light Pause it is. And then I lose. Cool. I guess I should have played Aether Spark? I don't know. Nope. So... I don't have another white source, though. I can't cast Cloud. Alright. Perfect answer for my commander. Perfect equipment. You got it. Again on the draw against a 2-mana commander. So there goes my Dovin's veto. I do have Force Spike, though. Holy play versus draw. Green players totally need all the help they can get. They just need it. They just need all that help. Well, it's 100% that I'm Force Spiking, so I'm not going to play the fetch land. Get the Surveil land. Wait, what? Oh, Utopia Sprawl, sure. Why not just have more mana? Probably going to try to counter that again. Yeah. I can get... whatchamacallit? Okay, they just didn't do the thing. Let's get this. Alright. Is this better than your commander? It feels like it isn't. Maybe it is. It doesn't feel like it's that significant. Let's play Land and Pass again. Play my commander on turn 4. Okay. No land on the top, and they cannot shuffle. Significant. Probably. That is insignificant. And then shuffle. Wait, is it? What do I put on top? I don't think I put anything on top. Whatever I would put on top, I can't play it, so. Okay, well, I'm just kind of in the realm of I hope you don't have lands on the top of your deck. That's it, yep. That's fundamentally it. Alright, they don't. Could matter. Could matter. Did not expect to be able to do this, but I did. Unbelievable. That's unbelievable. I'm not scooping here. I am not scooping here. Like this, my next turn is like, I don't know. Probably just curiosity. I don't really know what I would put on top here. So yeah, this isn't looking great. I want a sword that I can equip immediately, and I can't do that without another mana. So I probably know casting this. Just cast curiosity, swing and start drawing. But I don't have an answer to this. It just kills my commander. I don't have an answer to Roxanne if they cast it. Like, this game is, I just lose. I'm losing significantly. I don't understand how, of all the things that are scary, they thought Ren and 6 was like that crucial. I mean, it does find the land, but you're just chilling. You're chilling. So I can't even answer castable threats. Like, all right, well, green players, you counter too many things, they just give up. The brain can't handle it. But I was not winning that. I was not winning that. I just robbed my opponent emotionally. Like, just because you missed a land drop twice in a green deck doesn't mean you lose. It really doesn't. My opponent's probably not used to it because they just play Ren at 6 and they always make their land drop, so they probably just got like extra emotionally compromised. But you're winning that game like 9 out of 10 times. You're currently ahead. You know, like my opponent was ahead. All right, let's talk about it. I'm over it. I am over it. Other than the sudden out of nowhere wall of Rofellos, which I actually did fare a pretty decent chance at beating. I did auto concede like 2 of them because I was tired of seeing like literally 5 in a row. Also, I think I did get a little bit play versus draw scammed. There was a lot of scenarios, like a fairly sizable amount of scenarios where my opponent had like a 2-mana commander that the game would have been vastly different had I been on the play, right? And that level of variance is unfortunate when you're already playing the most variance format in a card game, which is already inherently, you know, variance centric. So a little unfortunate with the literal coin flip pseudo auto losses when I just can't deal with their stuff on turn 2, and then I just get posed by a 2-minute commander. This is a spot where people would just demand I play Spell Snare. I still would not play Spell Snare after having said what I said. There's 1,000 people that disagree, but go for it. Other than that, this is good if you're okay with a commander that doesn't have to show up on turn 2. I maybe waited enough to where it made sense to just wind up playing Mana Rocks anyways, because my turn 2 was like, oh, well, if I play it, it's probably going to die. Let me do literally anything else. There are cards in your deck that are kind of just better than your commander, which not a great sign. The unblockable is pretty nice, though. I'm not going to lie. But what is it? Yeah, Spirit Dancer, sometimes SRAM, and also sometimes Light Paws are just like better 2-drops than your actual commander. It's kind of like that with Scythus. Maybe Kinnan is rivaled by Badgermole Cub, which is absolutely egregious, but it might actually be the case. This is rivaled maybe with something. Scythus has like Cetessan Champion and all the other effective reprints of their commander. Although those cost more than 2. This one just costs 2. But it's just as vulnerable, right? It's just a 2/2. I would say by far the worst things in this deck were the protection spells, especially when a giant chunk of my commanders are suddenly green and they don't have any interest in interacting with you. So the protection spells are beyond useless. There's some like this that can actually kill something. Like this actually kills Rofellos, actually. I don't think that came up. It kills Rofellos too late, but it does kill Rofellos. It kills Manadorks and all that jazz. I did see a mirror match where my opponent was not doing the Merfolk go wide thing. It was just a go tall Voltron Merfolk whatever deck this is. And theirs was they played the commander plate that I don't have, the pizza plate, whatever. They had the Black Blade too, I think. Yeah, and then there was something else. They played a bunch of stuff that I just didn't play, but they're all kind of just the same. You just play the ones you like, assuming they're actually castable, right? You don't want to play like a random 10-minute equipment. You're not going to play Colossus Hammer. But there's other equipment that are options. The ones my opponent were playing would also not want this to flip because they were like colored permanents to equip and attach to this. But they did totally trample me. I don't know who was on the play versus draw or whatever, but they just had everything. They also had the witness protection for my commander, and I had no answer to theirs, and it was just over before it started, honestly, which it doesn't surprise me. Mirror matches with a deck like this, it is like, oh, it's like Tifa versus Tifa. It's over before it started. Someone just has like the land count and they win, and there's like nothing the other one can do about it. There's some interaction you can have here, but if you leave out your interaction, you're not progressing your game plan, and your opponent can just cast equipment, and you're going to counter the equipment, or you're going to counter the creature it all equips to. So stuff like that happens a lot in a mirror with these Geist to Saint Traft mirror matches style decks. It's funny. I saw a lot of Ninja Turtle commanders, like a boatload, and I like them. It's cool to see a bunch of new commanders, even though I think they're all really cringe. You know, it's still cool to see them. I like that. And yeah, this is successful. When you're doing the thing, it works, right? It works like any other. Put all your stats into one giant creature, or rather one small pseudo evasive creature, and then suddenly they can never block it. It is awkward when unblockable is not relevant, because you have an equipment that gives it protection from your opponent's deck, mostly green, and then they can't like do anything, you know. No, Force Spike works. In the scenario, someone in chat said you just replaced Force Spike with Spell Snare, but the scenarios I'm talking about, play versus draw, this works. It not only works in that exact scenario, countering 2-mana commanders when you only have one land, it also counters things on other turns, unlike Spell Snare, which I have played a lot just to confirm that it is not something you should play, and I've done that enough already in the past few days. Any hoodles, this is a wizard, so you can play the wizard cards. I do like that. I don't know if I've said that in the intro, but these are cool. I didn't really find any Merfolk Matters cards. Someone brought up an enchantment that when you play or you swing with a Merfolk, you get like a 1/1 hexproof Merfolk. That makes it easier to flip this and give protection to something, so you could then flip it back later. But I was using my mana like every turn, and flipping this twice just to draw every other turn is kind of not great, especially because it costs mana. It's like a little uphill battle there. Didn't feel like I was ever going for that, which is not a big deal. That's fine. Just simply a 2/2 unblockable. Is it like, what is it called? I think it's called Killian. I gotta read Killian again. Oh, that's stupid. Is there a way to like just browse your I feel like when I click the collection thing, it actually doesn't show me every card I own. Just the ones that are legal and like standard. Oh, no, it worked. So there is this. I am a fan of this commander. It's been a while since I played it. I didn't really find myself utilizing the discount, but it is pseudo unblockable. It does have menace, and once it's anything bigger than like a 4/4 or something, it's hard to double block it and have a favorable block because of menace alone. So that is significant to me. There is Ketramos now. Now you could argue that's rather different than this, but it is a thing that does kind of turn itself sideways fairly quickly. Ketramos does not struggle to begin to attack, and you're not really dealing with Ketramos reliably. So not really. There's a lot of ways they can blow up your Frogifies and whatnot. But let's just say I don't compare this to Ketramos. Maybe that's not fair. This is cool. There's a reason you probably don't see it that much, though. There's things that are maybe just better than it now, but always something to consider. The discount is a bit awkward with it. It can be awkward. But no, I'm doing that thing where I'm trying to build a deck in my head, and I'm not gonna do that right now. But it is notably different from this. That discount can matter. Menace is pretty close to true unblockable, and it just makes your equipment way more reasonable with giving unblockable a second time. Like, no matter. But you do have Buster Sword. That's cool, because this is always unblockable. They can't do anything. I never got a really efficient Buster Sword. I don't think I did. I think the one time it
did something impactful, it wasn't enough. Like, I unsummoned a Rofellos who had the Staff of Domination in play, and then they just replayed it the next turn because I couldn't do anything. And I just lost anyways. So, yeah, it's nice to hit people with it, but I didn't have it do anything crazy. Well, what I did like a lot was this. This was probably my favorite equipment in this deck, and I crafted it today. I liked it more than the other sword options. It just untaps your stuff. It lets your counterspells be relevant while also attacking your opponent's hand. And, you know, untapping your lands is just so significant in a blue-white deck with counterspells and instant speed interaction, protection spells and all that jazz. So it's quite nice. But yeah, it does feel a little vulnerable. The only significant thing I would do here is remove some amount of something and just add the giant wall of 2-mana rocks. So you can play this on turn 3 with mana up and then just see where you go from there. This does mean your turn 2 is not a counterspell for whatever your opponent might be doing, but it also means that you can have a better feeling game when you're on the draw. So you're not like, oh, well, I can't do anything because by the time I have my counterspell, it's too late. My opponent's whatever is in play and I can't play my mana leak or something. So yeah, the greatest argument for Spell Snare is probably found here. And I'm not playing Spell Snare. It's just mana rocks, just a giant wall of mana rocks. I don't know how you make room. You can probably take out the protection spells and just say, screw it. If you kill it, I just move on with my life. Or I just try to cast it later if you kill it, because mana rocks let me cast it later. And if the idea is to only cast it on turn 3 when I already have 4 mana, well, that means I have enough mana to cast it a second time the next turn anyways. So you can go that route. And who knows, you're probably better for it. It's not even like there's a lot of protection spells in here. We do have counter spells, which, kind of act as protection spells. But I will say, flipping this just doesn't matter when you're trying to go tall with it. So you can play colored stuff to stick on there and not like knock it all off because it has protection from each color, which again doesn't matter because it's already unblockable. Yeah. But hey, it's got both the Moxes in it. That's nice. It felt like Mox Opal was online enough to where I didn't need the really bad tapped lands that are just artifact lands, but they enter tapped. They got in the way more than they helped with Mox Opal. And they're a bit ironic because if you play Mox Opal and you turn it on with a tap land, well, you played a tap land. So you'd like what? The Mox Opal just untapped that tap land with a turn cycle until next turn where you get the extra mana. It's like you're not even helping yourself out too much with the tap land on like, that exact turn cycle. Not even that great anyways. But yeah, Double Strike was only good if I had something else going on. And I think one of those games I might have, but for the most part, Double Strike didn't feel like I'm never going to try to get this on my creature first if I have other options, because simply doing 4 more damage and nothing else is kind of lackluster with a 2/2 unblockable. But once you get Curiosity or something, it starts to spiral out of control very quickly. There is a few double strikers, I think. There's like the Shrieking Horn or something, 3 mana, 2 to equip, just like a regular Sword of XYZ. So if you like Double Strike, there you go. It didn't seem like it was ever the first thing I went for, but, there's always those worlds where all the things are in play at once and it gets crazy. I do like Vigilance. I liked it enough to want to play this, but again, it might just be better cards. Maybe even simply a combat trick to untap your commander is better than this. That maybe that untap also gives it like Shroud or something. And then it's like Vigilance. You can block out of nowhere or whatever. Reach is good, though. Reach is also good. Like, these two things are quite nice with an unblockable, ever-growing commander. Just those 2 lines of text there are really significant, in my opinion, at least. So that is that. I like it. I do. I think this is a neat commander. It's just that it's not evasive, right? In the face. It's not face evasive. It's only attacking evasive. And that is huge, right? That is a huge difference between Geist of St. Traft and this. And apparently that one difference is enough to make Geist of St. Traft completely trapped in Hell Q, where it just doesn't stand a chance. Man, poor, always on my mind. Geist is rent-free in my head, man. That one line of text brings it from normal commander stuff to immediate bracket 5. There's nothing that can be done about it in the eyes of Wizards of the Coast, so it has to just become a disaster because it can't stand up against the other bracket 5 decks. But hey, that's the price you pay for that kind of effect, I guess. So be it. I think Rofellos should be bracket 5, but I complain about Rofellos so much, it's no longer productive. Let me know what you thought about this commander. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys.